1.
My favourite types of films are animations and comedies, but I don't like horror films. My favourite actor is Johnny Depp. I think he's great and very funny too in some of his films. My favourite film is Toy Story 3 because it's got great dialogues and brilliant animation. It's a film for children, but adults love it too.
2.
My favourite types of films are action films and westerns, but I don't like romantic comedies. My favourite actor is Matt Damon. He's really great. And my favourite director is Quentin Tarantino. My favourite film is a western called True Grit because it's got a brilliant story and some great action scenes. I think it's a fantastic film.
3.
I love dramas and romantic comedies, but I don't like watching science fiction films and westerns. They're really boring. My favourite actress is Reese Witherspoon. She is a brilliant actress. My favourite film is Water for Elephants because it has got a fantastic story and some good photography. And I love the elephant Rosie. She's the star of the film. Hey Toby, I'm doing a questionnaire here. You really like films. Would you like to do it?
OK, Kathy.
Question 1. How many films do you watch every week?
Well, I watch a lot of films. About 3 or 4 films a week. My dad buys films online and there are some good films on TV too.
Next question. What types of films do you like watching? Look, here are the answers. You can choose more than one answer for this question.
I don't really like those big Hollywood films. I like films from different countries, and I really love those old black and white films.
Question 3. How often do you go to the cinema?
I'd like to go more often, but the cinemas in my town are expensive. And they usually have those big Hollywood films, so I don't go very often, about once every 2 weeks.
Next question. What do you do when a film is very slow and there is no action in it? You can choose more than one answer.
That's not a problem for me. Some good films are slow. When a film is very slow, I enjoy the film. You know, the photography, the dialogues, or the acting.
Final question. What do you do after a film? You can choose more than one answer.
I like talking about films, so I always go to the cinema with friends. We usually go to a cafe after we leave the cinema and talk about the film. I often write about films on my blog.
OK. Let's look at the results at the end.
Hey, Patsy, look, there's a new film club this Saturday.
That's really interesting.
Yeah,
I love watching those old films.
me too. What have they got?
Casablanca. It's my #1 favourite. It's so romantic. It's a brilliant film.
I don't like it. It isn't in 3D, so I'm not interested. But real old classics like Back to the Future or Gremlins, I love them.
Those are all special effects. I prefer films with great actors, like Johnny Depp.
He is a brilliant actor.
That's true. He's in some really good films, but I don't like his new film.
Me neither.
And that new Pirates film was really boring.
I don't agree. I love all the Pirates of the Caribbean films, and Depp is fantastic.
Yeah, we went to a gig and we had a great time. Hey, Phil,
Yeah?
I've got a long train journey next week. I'm off to Edinburgh. Can you recommend a good film for the journey?
Let me think. What kind of films do you like?
Well, action films and, dramas, that kind of thing.
How about Gravity?
Oh, that film with, who's in it?
Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. It's very good.
I don't really like sci-fi films.
I don't either, but this one is good. It's got a lot of drama, and the acting is great. Sandra Bullock is amazing.
What's it about? It's two astronauts, yeah?
Yes, it's about two astronauts, and they have an accident in space, and they try to get back home. That's all. But it's fantastic. The photography is great. I think you'd like it.
OK, sounds good. Thanks.
No problem.
2.
Hey Clara, can you recommend a good film?
At home or at the cinema?
At home.
What kind of films do you like?
Different kinds. Comedies, dramas, romantic films.
Do you want a new film?
No, it can be new or old.
What about Let the Right One In? It's a kind of love story.
I saw that on TV last year. It's more of a horror film. I don't really like horror films.
Let me think. Do you know Happy Go Lucky?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's a comedy, but also a drama. I really liked it, and I laughed a lot.
What's it about?
It's about a teacher in London. Her name's Poppy. She's really kind to everyone, and she's always happy. It's about her life. She takes driving lessons, and there are problems at her school, and anyway, I think you'd like it.
Sounds good. Who's in it?
I don't know their names, but the actress playing Poppy is fantastic.
OK, thanks. I'll try it.
Adele lives in a £6 million house in England, but she likes the simple things in life. She loves her dog, Louis Armstrong, and likes going for walks with him. She also loves spending time with her mother, Penny. She has some close friends and likes going to restaurants and spending time with them.
Adele loves singing, of course, but she doesn't like doing big concerts. She says she's very nervous. She doesn't like flying. She hates the food on aeroplanes.
She wears simple black clothes for concerts, but at other times she likes comfortable clothes. She doesn't have lots of crazy clothes like some pop stars. She says, "I don't make music for eyes. I make music for ears."
When did you last have a really good evening? In or out?
Well, last week I had a really good evening out.
What did you do?
I went to a fantastic concert.
Oh, really? Who did you see?
I saw a band called The Ravens. They're a jazz band, traditional jazz.
Who did you go with?
I went with a friend of mine, Kate. She really likes jazz too. We often go together.
Where was it? And how did you get there?
Oh, it was in a small cafe in the centre of town, and we went by bus.
Was it good?
Yes, it was really good. They're great. I love their music, and I really like going to see live music. It was really good fun.
Daniel.
When did you last have a really good evening? In or out?
Last weekend, on Saturday evening. I had a good evening at home, with friends.
What did you do?
I had a dinner party. Well, not a big party. I cooked dinner for 4 friends.
What did you cook?
I made a delicious dish with chicken and vegetables. And then we had a dessert,
chocolate, strawberries and cream. It was great.
Who was there?
4 friends of mine. I met them at work and we are all really good friends. It was fun. We often have dinner parties together.
Carl.
When did you last have a really good evening? In or out?
Well, actually, I had a really bad evening out a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, what did you do?
I went to the cinema and saw a film.
And, well, what did you think of it?
Well, I didn't really enjoy it. Actually, it was awful. I expected it to be really good. All the reviews I read were great, but it was really boring.
Where did you see it?
At my local cinema, 5 minutes walk away.
And who did you go with?
I went with my girlfriend. It was her birthday. She didn't enjoy it either. It was really expensive as well. As you can imagine, she wasn't happy at all. It was a terrible evening.
Welcome to this week's edition of Smart Money, where we help you to look after your cash. It's the start of the new year, and many of you want to save money straight away. So this week, we share our top 5 tips for spending less and saving more. First up, we have food. I know I love spending money on food. What about you, Luke? Have you ever gone to the supermarket for 1 or 2 things and come back with 10?
Of course, especially when I'm hungry. Our first tip is to plan for your supermarket trip. Decide what meals you're going to cook first and then write a shopping list. If you make a list, you'll only buy the food you need. And if you only buy what you need, you won't spend money on food you don't need.
It'll also stop you buying special offers too. We think these offers will save us money, but actually we spend more money because we buy things we don't need.
OK, moving on. A quick tip from me next. If you have some great clothes that you don't wear anymore, don't throw them away. If you sell your clothes, you can earn some extra money.
Great idea! Now, buying gifts for people can be expensive, so if you haven't got much money, create your own gifts. If you make something, you'll spend more time on it, but less money.
Exactly. The person will really love it too. Our 4th tip is about waiting before you buy something. We often feel like we need something as soon as we see it. But wait. If you still want it after a month, you'll know it's a good decision. If you don't want it anymore, you won't waste your money.
Our final tip is to use cash to pay for things, because that way you'll pay more attention to the cost. You won't do that if you pay by card. So, those are our top 5 tips for saving money. Next week, we're going to talk about getting around the city. So, if you want to save money on transport, you should listen in. Bye for now.
My son wants to try something new, but I can't think of any good ideas. Did you have any hobbies when you were young, Megan?
Oh, yes. When I was a little girl, I was really interested in making model aeroplanes.
That sounds like great fun. When did you start doing that?
Well, one day my grandfather bought me a magazine all about model planes. It came with all the parts and instructions. I just loved it. So after that, I bought it every week. I think I made over 50.
Wow, that's brilliant. Did you join a club or anything?
Oh, no, I just did it for fun at home. What about you?
Oh, I really loved football. I used to spend every evening and weekend playing with my friends. I also joined the local team. These days, I just spend a lot of time gardening. I like growing vegetables.
Oh, really? That's nice. What are you growing at the moment?
Lots of tomatoes and potatoes. I love them. And you? Do you still have a hobby?
No, not really. And I don't have much free time because of work. But I'd like to try something new. Maybe I'll start doing a sport. But I've never been very good at sport.
What about running? It's quite simple, and you can start slowly. And you get better at it quite quickly. I started running last year, and next year I'm going to run a marathon.
Wow, really? You know, that's a good idea. I might join the running club near me, too.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Is that the Park Music School?
Yes. How can I help you?
I'm phoning to ask about violin lessons. Are you the violin teacher?
Yes, I am. My name's Mrs. Driscoll. What do you want to know?
Can I have lessons after school? We finish at 3:30.
Yes, you can come here at 4 o'clock.
And how long are the lessons?
An hour. How many lessons do you want?
Maybe 2 a week. Can I come on Wednesdays and Fridays?
Let's see. I teach another student on Wednesdays, but you can come on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yes, that's great. How much is each lesson?
Well, it's usually £30, but because you're having 2 lessons a week, it's £25 an hour.
That sounds good. Where are the lessons?
At the music school. It's 18 East Road. Catch the number 8 bus from the theatre and get off at the park. The music school is near there.
OK, thanks. Can you say your name again, please?
Of course. It's Mrs. Driscoll. That's Driscoll. Let me give you my mobile phone number. Have you got a pen?
Yes.
OK. It's 643 599.
Thanks. See you next week then.
Oh, wait. What's your name?
Oh, it's Sam.
See you next week, Sam.
Yes, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Do you like doing sport?
No, I'm really bad at it. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's great. I love playing tennis and basketball. Do you like walking?
No, it's boring. What about you?
Yeah, it's okay. I like going to the park. I sometimes walk there.
Do you like playing computer games?
No, not really. What about you?
Oh, I love it. It's really good fun. I play every day. A lot. Do you like going to the cinema?
Yes, I do. It's great.
I love it too. Do you want to see Love Train?
No, I don't like love films. I like horror films.
Oh.
Who's that?
Him? Oh, that's Jack. He's funny.
He looks good. Does he like doing sports?
No, he doesn't. But he loves music. He plays the piano. He listens to his music all the time.
And who's next to him in the photo?
That's Will. He's Emily's brother. That's Emily. They are very different. Emily loves studying, but her brother loves watching TV.
Who's this? The woman with black hair?
Oh, that's Grace.
Okay. I think Grace likes doing sport. Am I right?
Almost. She likes dancing.
Oh, okay. Doesn't anyone like doing sport?
I do.
I know, Joshua. But what about your friends?
And Daniel likes sport. That's Daniel there. Oh, and that's Chloe.
Wow, she looks great. Is she Daniel's sister?
No, she isn't. But they look similar. She looks good because she loves shopping, and she knows where to go to find all the best clothes.
I want to meet her.